Now, ladies and gentlemen, after 2 weeks of silence in last night's small edition, Valve has finally returned. It seems like my instinct alongside the communities was correct after Dota 2 yesterday received a juicer of an update. The fact of the matter was, Counter-Strike wasn't much further off, and today's update proved that right. Moments ago, on May 23rd, Valve dropped a 3.7GB size update, including changes and additions to the CS economy, that being with planting the C4, kill rewards, and specifically with those being reduced, reductions in the price of the M4A4, the brand new feature of the ability to now rent skins directly from Valve at the small cost of key. We also saw changes to Vertigo alongside dozens more. Today's video, there's much to discuss. We'll firstly break down this most recent blog post, showcasing the most important changes and new additions inside Counter-Strike 2. Now, today's video sponsor is SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is a buying but most notably trading marketplace, that being for your CS2 items. You can trade off your old skins for something new. All you do is log in with Steam, you start a trade, and any cash remaining goes to your available balance on the site. When it comes to trading an item you don't have enough balance for on the site, SkinsMonkey has a large variety of deposit options. By using my code MANDO, you can get up to a free $5, and by depositing alongside using my code, you get an additional 35% of a deposit bonus. With SkinsMonkey's large variety of skins, they also offer daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways. If interested, the link will be in the top of the description down below. So starting off, I gotta say there's just so much going on. I'm gonna start off by showcasing the most important changes and then small things in between for today's blog post. Let's firstly start off with gameplay. Now, Valve named this update Fire Sale, I'd say for a very good reason. Starting off at the very top, Valve said today's update includes some love for the CT economy, with price cuts to the M4A4 and incendiary grenade, and a bit less cash going to the T's when the bomb gets defused. And it seems like from this little video they included, there's real distinct differences between the mollies on both sides now. The T molly lasts a little bit longer, but also too, it seems like the CT versus the T now have different colors. I'm not sure if it was like this before, but now I can really tell the difference. The CT incendiary now has a green tint to it, whereas the T side now has a more of a red purplish tint. Valve also noted that the pillar of flame, that being the height of the Molotov and now incendiary grenade, now decreases over time. So the height of the Molotov, so if you always had the problem where, let's just say on Banana on Inferno, you chucked a molly down Banana or one got thrown at you at car. The biggest problem before was either you threw a smoke and got on top of it with a boost, or you just sprayed and prayed hoping you'd hit something through the molly. Well, now it seems like you're actually gonna be able to see and look directly through your Molotov or the enemies right in front of you. Valve also noted that they nerfed the amount of space you can now cover with a Molotov, and I'm assuming the exact same thing happens with an incendiary grenade. So those crazy spreads of them spreading out 30 feet or it feels like a whole bomb site, I don't think is gonna be the case anymore. As it goes for the in-game economy for Counter-Strike, Valve reduced the terrorist team award, specifically when a bomb is planted but then defused in the same round. The reward goes from $800 to now $600. Valve's reasoning for doing this was to decrease the impact of the very first rounds of the game. Now, it doesn't matter if you're winning or losing on the T side at the very beginning, or let's just say the beginning of the game or the beginning of the half, as long as you get the bomb down, if it does or doesn't get defused, it doesn't really matter. You still get that $800 for free, but now it's going to go to $600 if you don't win that post-plant position. Another things to note is the reduction in price of the M4A4, going from $3,100 to now $3,000. Though it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, and maybe all of this doesn't seem like that big of a deal to a lot of people, I think we're going to see a lot of changes, one with how the game is played, how the majority of pro players, but just players in general, play on the early rounds, but also how many people switch to the M4A4. The next category is something brand new we have yet to see in Counter-Strike, and that's the addition of renting skins inside CS2. Now, Valve on their news and blog posts included some brand new text we haven't seen before, saying calling out all Kilowatt Collection fans. Now, when you open the Kilowatt case with a key, you'll now be given the option to rent the whole collection for a week, excluding the rare special item, instead of keeping one single item. You can now play with the weapons as much as you'd like during that week, but they can't be modified by stickers or name tags. So hopping on into Counter-Strike 2, I have one Dreams and Nightmares case and two Kilowatt cases, and I want to see what happens. As you can see with the Kilowatt case, it says rentable right in the middle, and because I have a key, you can either choose to rent or open the case. I'm going to choose to rent and see what happens. As I'm opening it right now, it's not going to have the animation, I'm assuming, and no. So now we have every single skin, it looks like, in our inventory for now 7 days, which is, I gotta say, very odd, but this is also a really cool addition. Looking at the reaction on social media, a lot of skin investors, skin enthusiasts are not very happy by this. Now, the reason being, if I had to assume, this opens up the door for Valve allowing really any rentals to come through any single case. Now, if that'll ever happen, I'm not sure. For me personally, I think this is more of a trial and error. If it is successful, they're probably gonna push it out in every case going forward, or let you do it with ones in the past. And what I'm really interested in is a lot of these skins also don't come in specific wears. I'm not sure if it's like this for everybody. Some of these come in minimal wear, some of them come in battle scarred, some of them come in minimal wear and factory new. And for those wondering if you can do it with something like the Dreams and Nightmares case or something very old, you can't. You don't have an option. As you can see right here, you're just opening it like every other normal case, and then you're granted with whatever right here. Now, for today's video and test purposes sake, because I have 2 Kilowatt cases and keys, I want to see now what happens if you try and rent for 2 days in a row. Okay, this just pops up, not that big of a deal. So open to keep, this is what happens. You granted with a million different screens, and we are granted with the M4A4 Edgelord. Pretty cool. Now, the last thing I'm going to mention for skins in today's video is it seems like, judging by the CS community on Twitter, that being for CS skins, Dopplers apparently got nerfed into the ground. So on top of the skin renting thing, buff also being shut down down for everyone outside of China, as balls Dopplers being nerfed, people who love skins are not having the best day out there. It really has my mind wandering what is going to happen to the CS skin economy if players that come to the game, especially the new ones, are just going to rent skins rather than actually buy them. And if Valve opens the doors to where you can rent any new skin, especially maybe knives one day in future cases are going to go away because they're going to be gone, yet there's nothing put back into the market. And a lot of people, I'm assuming, are probably not going to see a need to really buy anything when you can just rent, especially as players go in and out of phases through Counter-Strike throughout the year. So one of the last changes and additions more so for today's update is adjustments to Vertigo. And I know it's not just some clipping on the edge, rather it's some brand new areas opened up from the map. So heading on over from CT spawn onto a site, as you can see, this wasn't here before, which is pretty interesting, right? Now there's two entrances to a bomb site. So you can see heaven, you can see ramp, and you can check construction to the left. And while coming from construction, you now have more than 3 different angles to check, including this little corner right here. Valve mentioned in the patch notes that they made a site a little bit smaller, but I can't really tell, as well as they've added a catwalk now on a site behind everything. So this used to be a spot that was pretty hidden, especially if you weren't playing in higher ranks, that you could more so hide back here while the bomb was being planted. You had to do some parkour to get out of the map, but now this is opened up for free, so I'm really wondering how this is going to affect gameplay in the pro scene, but little things such as Premiere. Are players going to find out new run spots and run boosts to kind of get off the edge right there, like I just tried to do? But that being said, that practically wraps up today's update. I'm really interested to see and hear what you guys have to say about today's update. How do you guys feel about the gameplay changes, specifically with the economy? Do you like the new addition of renting skins inside Counter-Strike? Would you like to see this for every older case and new case going forward? Or would you like Valve just to have this out this one time and never do it again? And do you like the changes to Vertigo? With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay positively sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.